Hello everyone, my name is Rishika Chaudhary and currently I am doing a BCA course, that is Bachelor of Computer Application. As for my hobbies, I like to drawing portraits, and I am also learning English from English Mania.
And what about you?
Good evening, sir. I am Garima and Rishika. I am also doing BCA degree from BSc PG College, Mathura, and I came from Molly Road, Mathura. I don't have much hobbies, but I like to read novels.
Okay, your name is Rishika, right? So Rishika, I want to know from your side that why did you choose to do or pursue BCA?
So for BCA, the reason why I chose to do BCA is because I was very much interested in mathematics and also in software engineering. So as you know that BCA is a technical course, so of course it covers all the topics of related to computer applications and software. So that was the reason I chose BCA.
After completing your BCA, what would be the scope and where do you see yourself after, we can say, 5 years?
Okay, so the scope of BCA is very wide. First of all, you can do various kinds of jobs like in cyber security field, even in government jobs. The most of the people think that by doing BCA there is like only the choice for doing in technical field like software engineering, but you can go in various other fields also.
Okay.
You have a very wide scope and the range is very high because you have mathematics in there. So you can if you want to go in any other if you want to change careers, like you can change easily, you don't have any
Are
restriction.
you planning the same?
Sir, I would say it is on-demand degree and on-demand skills that is required in BCA.
Okay.
Right now, we are living in a society where technology has a lot of importance. So that's why I am planning to see my career in this field.
Okay, and suppose if you hadn't done BCA, then what would you have done?
If I was not doing BCA, then I think there are other choices like BDES, that is Bachelor of Design. I would have done it in UI and UX designing, that is user interface and user experience, if I was not doing BCA. And other than that, I would have also done considering BTech also, that is Bachelor of Technology.
Okay, and where did you do your qualification from?
Qualifications, my 12th.
Yes.
So I have done my 12th from RLPKD, that is Ratan Lal Phul Katori Devi Senior Secondary School. It is near Govardhan Road. I have done my schooling from there. It is a all girls school.
And what about you? About your schooling? Or
Yes, sir.
or the 12th? Yes.
I have completed my 10th and 12th class from MPSN Grace Convent Senior Secondary School.
Okay. Where is it located?
It is located near the Ganesha Road,
Okay.
near the Ganesha Stadium.
Okay. Now from the side of Rishika, I want to know the qualities of Garima.
Okay.
What are the qualities that you admire about Garima?
So first of all, what I like about Garima is that she is a very hard worker. I think
Hardworking.
she is a very hardworking person, and I think when she is determined to do something,
Determined.
she is determined to do something, she put her effort into it.
Okay.
What I dislike about myself about is that I get distracted easily, but she is very focused person.
Okay. Her concentration level is very good.
Very good.
Okay, you got to know about her later, but when you became the friends, so what was the quality that you actually liked a lot and you became friends?
So when I first met her, I thought that she was a very intelligent person, or like very
You thought she was not.
I actually, she looked like a very smart person, she looks like she give up that vibe that she is a very learned person, she knows a lot of things. So when I approached her, I actually felt a little inferior, like I felt that maybe I'm not up to her, like she is very intelligent and everything, like she's the class top student and I'm not. But I think as I get to know her.
Was it in the BCA college?
Yes, in college.
Which is the college?
BSA, that is
BSA.
Yes,
Okay.
BSA, Babu
Fine.
Srinath
Yes.
Agarwal.
Okay.
So when I reached her, but as I get to know her, I understand that she's a very
I understood.
understood that she's a very heartwarming person. She's a very introverted person, so she doesn't open up easily. But once she does to someone, she really keep those people around
She
her.
really keeps mind your present, indefinite. Yeah.
she keeps her people around for a very long time, and I think I would
Okay.
love to be her friend for a long time.
That is good. Now, same goes to Garima. When you actually met each other, so what were the things that became the center of attraction?
So she's like an open book to me.
Okay.
When I first met, I thought she's very extroverted.
Be loud, please.
She's very extroverted. She's very friendly, and
Hmm.
she's like very clumsy girl also.
Hmm.
She laughs all the time,
Hmm.
and she's very different from me. I would say, and still she is.
Okay.
I would say that we are polar opposites.
But
Oh.
but
We are poles apart.
We are
Like
polar,
that. Okay.
yes,
poles apart.
but now when I get to know her, then I find her like she's very highly supportive to me, highly expressive,
Okay.
and very friendly, and even she encouraged me a lot.
Okay. And please now let's talk about each other's weaknesses or little bit like dislikings sometimes you may have. So let's begin from Rishika.
Okay, so for the dislikings, I don't think I have much in because it doesn't like we don't have much time together yet. We haven't spent much time. Like it has been only 1 year only. So if I have to talk about dislikes, then I would say that I think that she should be more expressive, and I think that she hesitates a little bit. That
Okay.
she could improve on her
That's why
side.
she has come here.
That's why she has also come here.
Now she's going to tell about you.
There's not much thing that I dislike about her, but maybe she's a chatterbox. She
Okay.
talks a lot.
Hmm.
That's I dislike about her.
Sometimes.
Sometimes when I need to be serious.
So sometimes she become garrulous. Means that talking too much, and sometimes it does not make any sense. But
Yeah.
still we are talking. We go on and on
Yes,
like
in a
that.
serious situation, we just need to be serious.
Okay.
In that situation, she's very flexible also for that situation.
I'm a very oblivious person. You want to say, right?
Okay, now Rishika and Garima, we are going to talk about our topic that is related to culture, right?
Okay.
And we have like Indian culture and the Western culture,
Yes, sir.
right? So I want to know straight away from your side, Rishika. I want you to answer like the certain things that you dislike in the Western culture.
So first of all, in the Western culture, I think the one thing that I dislike about the Western culture is individualism. I think that individualism good. I'm not saying that it is a bad thing, but I think there are many bad or like negative impacts of it too. Like I think that because of individualism, many people feel the loneliness in their life, and anxiety.
Okay.
They feel anxiety and depressive because their life becomes very lonely, and they don't have any friends or like people to interact with because they are too much focused on their own life, and they don't have much time to spend with others.
But if it happens in India, let's say individualism is not there in India and proximity is there, then lots of bitching, backbiting happens that people dislike. And you must have seen people that first they get together and after that, in their absence, they do bitching or backbiting or they badmouth each other. And either they become very good friends, they come close to each other, and but later they would be actually badmouthing each other. So then, does it become good or does it befit them to do so?
First of all, of course, it does not befit as a human. Like as a human, if you have even a little bit of moral values, then I don't think that it is a good thing to do. If though, first of all, I think it is up to yourself that what kind of people you keep around yourself, and what kind of people are into you in your life. There are chances like when you trust on someone, but that trust is broken when that person betrays you and badmouth you, and when you hear from someone
Yes.
that person is bad mouthing about you. So of course it is one setback that but I think that every situation has a setback, has its own like pros and cons too. So individualism has its pros and cons, and I think what you're talking about that people.
So that's what we are going to discuss, like which is more. So if I talk about this individualism, actually you know what happens when by the time people are absolutely free and have nothing to do. So obviously they would love to mingle with the people and they would be associated with them and they love to socialize. But once they become busy, let's say they get married and they are focused on their career, and once they get the jobs, right now you are just studying, right? You are not busy in your jobs, or you are not married. Then after getting the job or after getting married, what is the guarantee that you would be together? And then you would be actually talking the same, that earlier she used to come to me, she used to talk to me a lot, now she doesn't have time to even text me or make a call to me in entire day, or it goes like a month, right? So what would you say about that? I mean, isn't it the reality?
Yes, that is the reality. I think that as we are talking about like modern India, or as the India is evolving, Western culture is becoming more influenced. Like our culture is becoming more influenced from Westerns, and people are more अपना रहे हैं मतलब वेस्टर्न कल्चर को they are adopting western culture more. So I think that is also why that you say that bad bitching. I think that in India, if we talk about traditions, then I think that it is written in our holy scriptures that it is not right, and there are certain examples and stories given too, and there are many poems and slogans are also given about these kind of things. So of course it is not good, but from my experience, what I have experienced is I have made a lot of very beautiful friends in my life. Like I have treasured them and they have treasured me. They have I haven't ever heard a friend of mine to badmouth me or like talk back about me. And even if I have, it is not like I have.
No, even if I, let's say, leave this bad mouthing, I know everybody is not the same, but you know what happens? I mean, once, let's say, you by the time you have time, or you are free, not doing anything like this, okay, so you have time to give to others, right? Or then you devote your time for other people. But once, let's say, you get settled, and once you become busy after getting married and all, and you actually get the job, then obviously it becomes very much difficult to spare time for others.
Yes.
So then, I mean, and in the Western culture, people are always focused on their career, earning money, or spending time with family. So it becomes the reason. Second thing, they know the reality that at the end nothing is gonna happen. Like this friendship and all is interim or ephemeral. So it is not going to last long. So they actually are able to foresee certain things. So that is why they actually just try to catch what is the ultimate truth. And they go on that because finally they know this all would just become a time pass. And finally they have to, or the all will be earning money. So why not to focus on that right away? And individualism, I mean, when people are free, so they would just go to each other and talk to each other in the society as well, right? So but when people don't have time, actually when people are absolutely free and they get nothing out of it, they would be talking to each other, right? But when they both are busy, and when then talking is going on between two people, it clearly shows they are free and they have nothing to do, right? And even in my case, if I just retrospect or introspect, so when I just go in the flashback, I also know that when we are like all the friends used to be absolutely free, neither career was there nor like the marriage, right? So yes, people used to spend, or the friends used to spend hell lot of time with one another. Now, I mean, nobody is there around. So isn't it the reality that we can see?
Yes, I totally agree with that. There's a saying that people comes in our life and goes. Like
Yes.
the people comes and goes. So there's a saying. So even if like sometimes it happens that you lost your connection with your friends, like used to be really close with them and talk about your life, and used to even cry in front of them. But
Yes.
now you can't even come face to face and talk for even 5 minutes. So that happens when you have like you are too busy in your own life, and there are some indifferences and barriers come in between you. So now you are too distant to talk about personal lives, and you are too invested in your own life without them. So it happens, but I think you could find the new people too, and it doesn't mean that you have to forget them. You can still build a relationship. Like you could still talk about your old days. Like even you have not anything to talk about right now, you can still talk about your old days or your memories that you spent together, and still spend a very beautiful time with them.
Okay, and what does Garima think on this?
Sir, I think like for a long time there is definitely a drift rise between in the relationship. But I think if the relationship is important for you, you just try to hold them. You are not trying to like there is a
But
saying
what
also,
naturally
you can't
happens
let-
is different.
yes, it's different from nature.
Your feeling is
because
fine, but it doesn't actually happen.
it doesn't reciprocate with the other person. It's like
Yes.
that. There's also saying that you can't clap with only one hand. So if
It
you
takes
are
two to tango.
yes. So that's
The-
and I think I also think togetherness in the sense of family also.
Okay.
We sometimes we also drift apart from our family members also. But what I think is togetherness is very important.
As you
in
spoke
that
about
way.
the family, so in the Western culture,
Yeah.
that you know that joint families are very rare or not at all, right? But here in India, the joint families are prevalent.
Yeah.
So I mean, what would you say? I mean, just which is better? I mean, just living in the joint family or living separately? Even you know when children grow up in the Western culture, and even when the parents have to meet them, so they actually take an appointment, and then they meet, right? Even if they have to come on the dinner table or lunch table, they will have to take appointment and then they meet. So how does it sound to you?
I think, like for me, if I think in my case, I prefer having joint families, like having a relationship. Even though I was living in a different country or different state, then I still try to be in contact with my parents. I don't need any appointment to meet them and even to call them. And if I have a family, there is a feeling of like if I face any challenges in my life, then I will overcome them. If I have my family, I will make less mistakes.
Then why do
and I
many
will
people
become-
many people criticize being together, or they have a disliking or apathy or kind of antipathy towards the joint family,
I
because they
think-
think that their privacy will be disrupted,
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
especially
That-
after getting married.
Yeah, I think it's happening in the youth that they they like more privacy in their lives. They don't like any interruption from their parents or any family members.
Yes.
So sometimes this thing happens, and it actually depends on our mentality also. If we want to stay in a family, if we want to like having not a if we are committed to someone, then
Yes.
then this thing is not happen.
This thing should not happen.
This thing should not happen.
Okay, now Rishika has to answer my question. Like, although we favor that the joint family, right? So, what actually, when it comes to the girls, when they are going to or they are likely to get married, then you know why does it happen when the question is asked to the girls that I mean, what kind of a family would you prefer? So most of the girls actually end up saying that they actually want to get into the family in which either the boy does not have parents. Many have said this, or the parents are separated. They do not actually live with the son. So they would prefer such family.
So first of all, I think there are two reasons for it. First reason, I think that as I talked before, the Western culture is becoming a very integral part of our community.
But they are actually not doing in following any culture.
Haan.
It is
So-
about their own personal liking. That becomes the culture later.
So that comes in the second condition. If they are not doing it because of following Western culture or anything, then I think that it is because they must have grown up, seeing their own family. So they must have seen that what kind of things that their parents must have gone through, keeping close relationship with their relatives, and living in a joint family, or like living with their grandparents. So they must know that what kind of things that their mothers or even their fathers must face living in a joint family. So that must be one of the reasons why they must be so against living in a joint family.
But what about those cases in which they did not see anything wrong? They were in the joint family and there was nothing wrong. So in their own family they like it, but in the other family they dislike it, or they have some kind of preconceived notions that if, let's say, mother-in-law is there, father-in-law is there, so definitely she will go through hassles in that family. So why does it strike their mind?
So I think first of all, when living in a joint family, it even if your mother-in-law, let's say that she is not someone that you thought that she was, and even with the same way with your father-in-law and your other family members, what if there's someone that you don't get along with, then you have to live with that person irrespective, even if you get along with them or not, under the same roof. So I don't think that it is possible for most people, and most people find it comfortable.
Would you love to get into such family in which, let's say, the abundance of people is there, even that like kind of that boy is there, and the boy's two sisters are there, right, and boy has two brothers also, their wives are also there, so I mean, and even the parents are there, right, and their kids are also there, right, and let's say the cousins are also there. So would you love to live in such family?
So first of all, I think if first I will see the family, that what kind of, like, if I get along well with all of them, I will spend some time with them. I will not just straight up reject the offer, like I will not stay with them together. I will see if I get along with everyone, then why not? Of course it is a very good thing to live in a joint family. You learn a lot of things, and I think being together brings a